What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dapple Productions, battling pool 208. My name is Hedman. I'm still joined here by Manic, and we are about to hit our final game of tonight. The seed number 1 against the seed number 2, two legendary Splatoon teams. Squidding good against the newly-ish formed, it's not been out for too long. The newer Graveyard Shift, Fury, Porky, Orochi, and Gecko versus Zeros, Orion, Obito, and unfortunately I don't actually remember the Japanese name. I am so sorry if someone in chat can get their name in chat, will be hype. Let's get this show right on to the road. It's Terra! Oh, of course, Orion and Terra, the little brothers, still battling it out together. Let's go, Graveshoot in the orange, is Squidding good into the blue. Squidding good using the same weapons as they've been using all tournaments. Graveyard Shift going with double Special-matic, Tetradulies, and a Stamper. And they are the ones who are first going to capture zone as they get a big murder spree on Graveyard, or on Squidding good, splitting 3 people. I think also a delayed wipe there. And they're going in very much into their spawn, getting so much turf done and doing so much damage.
I guess it really is the Graveyard Shift time. I was just getting super late in the day. Wow, going in just to get a couple of trades while holding the zone real quick. The groundskeepers are definitely going to be very busy tonight. A whole skirmish near the middle. Okay, who's going to be the better stamper? It seems that Squidding good finally got a break and got a bit of the zone back again. On going through the map as you do with the Zipcaster special.
No, as you do.
Yeah, as you do. What is an object of collision? Squidding good, just casually skipping by the nice number. Unfortunately, I think their push is a bit over, so Graveyard Shift gets their zone back again with a hefty penalty applied. But it will be ticking down faster and faster every now and again. Here comes the crab just to push Squidding good back a bit while their counter takes down again. I think I saw another bit of collision being weird, but you know, that's just the game.
Yeah, definitely is the game. Squidding good definitely being pushed back into the spawn. Graveyard Shift making quick work of them. This got rid of their penalty and started pushing again. They passed the 30 mark and this is not looking too hot for Squidding good. They have to go in, they have to get the zone, they have to get the players. Porky using the Kraken, they're being pushed off at a very unfortunate angle, kind of in a very awkward spot now. Gets it on Terra though, and it might be big because that means they can neutralize that zone because Terra is one of the Special-matics and because everyone else in Graveyard was busy defending their base or defending the enemy base. Really, they had no time to defend that zone. Squidding good did capture, put a big penalty of more than 50 onto Graveyard Shift, but with that's all they couldn't really do because Graveyard Shift just quickly took back the zone.
Yep, honestly, I thought Graveyard Shift was blue for a while because of the darker color, but well, good thing we have them labeled, eh? Yeah, they're just gonna take away their little penalty that they have, Baja just going in again, taking down a little bit more, but wow, I think that's game. Yeah, that's pretty much game. That's a very good showing from Graveyard Shift. A very strong opening.
Start. Yeah, it's a crazy strong start from Graveyard Shift. I think they were the number 1 seed in this tournament. I don't know why Squidding good has the number 1 seed, but these teams are so close to each other that it doesn't think it matters all too much. So Graveyard Shift definitely made quick work of Squidding good. Squidding good only able to score 34 points in total, I think, going to 66. And against a knockout of Squidding good, it's not, or against Graveyard Shift, it's not looking too hot, but they can now start to counterpick the map and the mode. So they have to think carefully because you can lose one and kind of recover from it because then you still they can make a mistake now still. But after Graveyard Shift won another game, Squidding good has to be careful because, well, you don't want to enter reverse sweep mode. You want to go back and forth and then win 2 in a row at the end if you are in this scenario.
Is it time for the Splat Zone streak to start?
Oh, 100%. To be fair, Squidding good might actually pick Tower Control Mako because that's something they've been super strong on.
Yeah, especially with the Kraken, just as a safety net for now. While they maybe think their strategies are going against the Graveyard Shift.
Yeah, I think Graveyard Shift composition also just worked so well for Splat Zone compared to Squidding.
That was really good.
think the double splash, it might also be museum, but the double splash, or the double splash, double crab, that just works so incredibly well. And then you have
Is caster going through the level geometry and getting the
does
the
not
back of
care.
them?
Literally does not care. Just goes.
What is this solid object? Am I too transparent to understand?
Basically, yeah. But to go for Rainmaker, I think. Oh, Rainmaker, Undertow, Spillway. Alright.
A very brave pick, eh?
But they have to be brave now.
Is this the one with the fastest Rainmaker pedestals, or?
I don't actually know.
Or I think they're all the same, pretty much.
I think they're mostly the same, yeah. But this is a very interesting counter pick. But I can see why their composition works on it so well. And the crab tank, especially in this map, isn't super strong because there's just so much cover that you can stand behind. So they're basically shutting down 2 members.
But the zip caster is pretty strong here with
that
the
is
big pole,
true.
the very high walls.
That is very true. But getting rid of crab tanks, I think, was the priority of Squidding Good. But let's see how how Gracious is going to respond to this. We do see Squidding Good picking a very similar comp, getting a Neo Splashomatic in, and it looks like Graveyard Shift is not fearing this at all, and still using the exact same comp that won them last game, except for Zeros swapping the Stamper for the machine.
But here comes the first pop with Squidding Good, getting taken down by the Orion. The assassination failed horrendously, but they made 5 points. Not bad start. A little bit of a low last-ditch effort kicking in a little bit, but not too much that it'll actually destroy the balance of the game. I guess they're just gonna stay around here, clear some area, maybe go for the alternative podium, which is a bit less cramped right now. But the ink strikes coming in to stop that a little bit has happened. And here comes the Kraken to maybe just pop the Rainmaker yet again. But it's a bit of a tricky one, dodging back and forth. Very well guarded by its teammates, but unfortunately getting popped finally. But well, they did some nice progress. Hopefully they make some more.
They definitely did some good progress. 72 to 95. I don't think the push is that huge, but also it's very hard to push if you are fighting as 4 people. Defending this ramp is especially not too difficult, and Squidding Good is definitely decent at defending, but let's see if they can stop another push from Graveyard Shift. If they are in a one-man disadvantage, Obito is the one holding a Rainmaker. Orion going in super deep without Tetra Duty, stopping the Kraken from Porky from attacking the Rainmaker, even though if Orion gets better right now, the Rainmaker on the pedestal, that's going to be a huge barrier gone for Graveyard Shift. As they are getting kind of splatted here, there's still 3 players alive. Orion got splatted just now, and Zeros got splatted, or still down, just respawn, Orion down again. But still, that bought them a lot of time, and getting that checkpoint out of the way early is going to help them in the long run. A suction bomb onto the crab tank, killing 2 people. That's a huge suction bomb from Squidding Good. Are now looking to get that checkpoint down and out. The crab tank getting absolutely shredded. Orochi going to that checkpoint, but Terra trying to stop them. It's not going all too well as Orochi gets the checkpoint. It is 60 to 61, but it looks like Graveyard Shift just wiped out Squidding Good, and that means it's their turn to pop the Rainmaker and start pushing.
I didn't know you could cosplay as Fuse from Apex Legends.
You definitely can.
But yeah, that was a very, very nice section bomb. And the wipeout was a bit unexpected, but I guess here we'll see a nice defense. Or never mind, as the Tri-Ink Strike or Trizuka gets capped, and well, the Kraken can't really do much unless he sees their opponents. But I think they're gonna just push right past. Yep, there they go, walking on up, getting the lead once more. Wait, did they always have the lead? I think they always had the lead.
Yeah, they still had to lead. It was 60 to 60.
Right, they did. Yeah, it was 60
and now Graveyard
to
Shift pushed it at 25, and that's going to be super difficult for Squidding Good to counter, because it's a difficult push you have to go through, and looking at how Graveyard Shift defended fast, they got at the checkpoint and decided, well, let's split everyone right there and then, you know, keep this 1 point lead. They kind of work with it and pushing it all the way to 25. It is 2 against 3, but only Porky is the one that can really shoot a normal weapon, because the Rainmaker is in the hands of one of the players from Squidding Good. Orion gets a splat onto the Rainmaker. Porker refrags Orion, and with his Kraken looking for someone else, is hungry, couldn't find anyone, decides to back off and survives with a splash wall up to defend against the fizzy bombs from Zeras. But how long will they survive as the new Special Medic is down? The Splash Shot is also down for Squidding Good. Graveyard Shift is going in deep. Gecko now being fought by 2 people, Orion and Zeros, getting splattered in the progress as well. Obito with that crab tank trying to push off someone from the on the left, but the Rainmaker is on the right in the awkward spot. Finally gets picked up, but I think it's a little bit too late because no one from Graveyard Shift is now able to go in deep as Orion is down, and the people from Squidding Good are setting up defensive positions.
I feel like that's a really good defensive position for the Rainmaker if you don't want to move up, because they have to... Never mind. Wow, that was a really nice snipe there from the Trizuka. Never mind, commentator curse coming into real effect. But it seems Squidding Good might want to do some Kraken leading if they want to get a nice push from the Rainmaker. But that would require Graveyard Shift to be wiped out and a Kraken to be in play and getting past the ramp, which is, several ands, which is not really leading up to a very well position. But it seems finally getting the splat on the Rainmaker. Maybe they can pop it and get some nice little overtime. But I don't think that's going to happen as the Squidding Good kind of got wiped out there.
It's unfortunate for Squidding Good because they had a good chance here, but unfortunately Graveyard Shift is showing how strong they truly are. 2-0, a big lead. Squidding Good has to fully reverse sweep this because one more game and it is over.
Bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
floor. Oh no.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Nah, I won't do the scream.
But that's basically what Graveyard Shift is thinking right now. I think that's really what they're thinking.
Yeah, so many bodies are hitting the floor, or the ink, as their graveyards are piling very high with the kill counts. Very well done showing. 2 lead off Graveyard Shift. It's time to pull out the stops, Squidding Good, if want to do any Squidding Good around here.
Yeah, I was about to say, compared to last game, the hard Squidding so good right now. They're Squidding, they're not bad, really. They're doing their best, and they're not making it super easy for Graveyard Shift, but Graveyard Shift definitely has a big advantage over Squidding Good, but there's still counter picks, and there is still advantage for Squidding Good because they can pick the map mode, so they'll have a little bit more time to think about the composition and the strategy compared to Graveyard Shift. That said, Graveyard Shift is still 2-0 in the lead and one more game for them, and it is out GG for Squidding Good. So both these teams are very, very hungry to win this next game, and I'm very wondering what it is going to be because it can be anything. If we saw Rainmaker Undertow Spillway, I don't know what to expect at this point.
Maybe it's not. No, that was just a fluke. That was a fluke. It's a easy map. Let's go for an easier map. I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they might go for tower control, see if they can outplay with the Krakens. But I guess anyone with a single brain cell might think, hey, there's a tower. We should put a Kraken on it. Easy money. It might not work out too well if Graveyard Shift decides to switch up their roster. Or loadout, not roster. Are subs allowed in this game? Or tournament, I think?
They are, but you have to be fast. Anyway, Clem, Blitz, Art, Block, Ink, Art Block? Art Block Ink Academy. That's what I want to say. I wanted to say Art Block Ink Academy. That's not right. It is Inkblot Art Academy. I cannot read because it did say Amar's name. Almost screamed it. I cannot read.
So it is. Yeah.
I have.
Don't worry. I get it wrong as well.
I don't.
Like all the time.
It's art. It's the Art Academy.
Art is subjective.
I just find this one interesting.
I mean, I don't really know the strategy here. I guess everyone gets to 7, and then you give one over, and when the push happens.
That's basically it. Actually, you push a Kraken.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Yeah, you got the power clan with Kraken, so you can just dive in and then.
I forgot we're not playing with ballers here.
You squid roll out and then you just throw it in because that's a thing. It looks like Graveyard is not using a Kraken, and Squidding Good is. Squidding Good is still using the same comp they've been using basically all tournaments. Still not going with the Crab Tank, deciding that the Tri-Strike is the best way to go. Squidding Good into the purple and Graveyard Shift into the pink. Graveyard Shift only have to one more game to win the tournament, and it's going to put big pressure onto Squidding Good. It's a 3v3 scenario. Both teams losing one player, but it looks like both teams losing another player. No, it's just Squidding Good losing more players. Now, it's switching too much. On top, I don't know what's going on. Squidding Good is the one team losing more players than Graveyard Shift is, but they're holding more clams 6-5. They need 8 to pick a power clam and start pushing. But these teams are very equally matched here. They're just gonna wait until someone makes a mistake and then go for that opening. Enough clams are in the hands of Squidding Good, and they are the first team to create that also desired power clam.
I suppose Graveyard Shift is counting on their ability to defend their goal well, as well, they don't have a Kraken for the offensive push. But we'll have to see when the push is made. But well, Graveyard Shift has 2 down, so well, they did cancel out one of the footballs, but here comes the Kraken in here to stop or decimate the defensive line. Not with the football, which is a little awkward, but it still goes in. And there's another one made, just in case they decide, hey, let's grab another Kraken. That sounds fun. But
I don't know how good this push was, though. I don't know how good this push was, though, because they only scored a power clam in, and that's kind of a waste of your first push, because your first push is the only push you get full 20 points of the power clam. After that, you just get a half points penalty, meaning get rid of the penalty, and the lead just switches to Graveyard Shift, who only throwing 2 power clams after their 2 normal clams after their first power clam went in. Zeros looking for more. Terra looking for more clams as well. Can they get a 59? Zero still has a clam in their hands. Decided to just hold it in their hands to extend the timer. Indeed, Obito coming in with a power clam they just made. Can they get it in? Yes, they can. Pushing it all the way to 36. Already a huge lead for Graveyard Shift. Porky with the Kraken surviving that buoy bomb. Gets a splat on Zeros as well, but I don't think you're going to get much more done here, Graveyard Shift, as they maybe only have more players alive, but they didn't have enough clams to keep that timer running. Getting a penalty of 32, but pushing to 36. A very strong opening push for them.
That was an insane push. Very, 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 very good. I guess they saw an opportunity and just took it, because I guess you do take a lot of recovery after having a push sort of fail. So I guess they used that opportunity to start up their own. But they already have another football. 3 Squidding Goods are down. I guess this is a pretty good idea to just push on in with the clams that they had from the previous push. The splash going down, but another splash having some more clams just to extend their timer, but unfortunately having to trade with another splash. There goes the timer again. But hey, they got a bit more from their initial push this time.
Yeah, they did. They got it at 27. Not a whole lot of extending. Only 9 points extend for the lead, but it's still very strong. I think to do. Terra getting splattered by Porky while being in the Kraken. Porky looks at Obito, but couldn't really get them to splat onto Obito, but gets the splat now. And it's only Zeros alive with the machine in a very defensive spot. Doesn't have the buoy bomb ready though, and it's not anywhere close to 57 special points. You don't want to be in the scenario, but everyone from Graveyard Shift is now respawning and pushing back, Squidding Good, preventing the push. Porky getting splatted by Zeros. Zeros looking at Obito, or Orochi. Orochi getting splatted as well. Now looking at Fury. Fury going on the left, going away, but Zeros is still hungry for that splat. Gets a trade there. 3 splats in a row for Graveyard Shift. And that's exactly what they want right now, because they are hungry to throw in another power clam. Restarter coming out, Crab Tank coming out. They're waiting for an opportunity. The Gecko there being gone now. That opportunity might just arise, because Terra has that power clam. Waiting for the structure ball to go out, to go in. Throws the power clam in. Gets splatted in the process, but does throw the power clam in. Another power clam goes in, getting rid of their entire penalty. Now it is just scoring points, but the buoy bombs, or not the buoy bombs were there, but didn't do a whole lot, and everything else from Squidding, whatever they threw at them, pushed them out, and unfortunately they couldn't score a single point, but they still bought more time off the clock that Squidding wanted to use to start pushing themselves, because Squidding still only had 1 push in. This is what, the 3rd push now? From Graveyard Shift.
Or no,
they're still,
third.
Yeah, the 3rd push. They're still going in. Squidding does have a power clam though, so they can still do it. They have 10 seconds to get the power clam onto the enemy basket. They will get overtime. I don't know how much it is exactly, but I don't think that overtime is going to be enough until they get the power climb in. But everyone alive from Graveyard Shift is not looking all too hot. It's a 3v3 scenario. Orion goes down and Gecko go down. But I don't think it will be enough. The overtime kicks in. Orochi has the power climb. I believe Porky's going with the Kraken. They have to jump. Their jump is initiated from Orochi. Orochi gets power climb and gets split right after Porky has a couple power clamps or had a couple clamps. It's gonna be enough. No, throws to the wall, but gets splattered by a bomb, and that's a full wipeout, securing the game for Graveyard Shift as they had a crazy final game, winning the tournament 3-0 in style, really showing the amount of strength that they have, pushing Squidding Good to second place. A well-deserved second place for Squidding Good and a very well-deserved first place for your tournament winners tonight. Graveyard Shift, Sarah's Orion, Terra, and Obito. Good games.
Yeah, as soon as that first push from Graveyard Shift came out, I just kept thinking, hey, what would be a good camera position of just being the ball? You know, you get the leading shot as well, and you go in, and I don't know, it just paralyzed my brain there with that thought.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but that was an amazing showing from Graveyard Shift. I push after push after push, slightly more and more lead, and a decimating defense for the overtime. I was truly a match worthy of the finals.
Definitely. Although I was wondering though in the seeding why Graveyard Shift was 2 and Squidding Good 1. I think Graveyard Shift is definitely a bit of a stronger team. But overall Squidding Good also, don't get me wrong, Squidding Good is a super strong team. I mean, look at what they did to the Final Reckoning, look at what they did to Big Betty Gale, look at what they did to Mimzox. Like, they went on a streak as well.
A rampage.
So, definitely a rampage indeed. Definitely deserving that second place. The bronze match isn't yet concluded. It is Mimzox against Papai. Will probably be concluding in a little bit. But that was everything for our stream tonight. We had a very good run and nice disconnect between a game. I don't exactly know which one. I think it was Catnip against the Final Reckoning. It had a funny disconnect on stream, giving up the game for Catnip. The Final Reckoning won that set, I believe. I only saw, I don't remember it exactly. But overall, crazy games tonight here on Paddling Pool Manic.
Big time. Thank you all so much for joining. Do you have any closing thoughts, Hat?
Yeah, after so many weeks, Battling Pool still has a great tournament. It's actually amazing. Well, my first closing thought, other than the social media link I'll give you in a second, is that you should sign up for RSL. I did my best arranging everything. We're still working on it exactly. We'll be releasing more info and trailers very soon. If you haven't watched the trailers, go to twitter.com/Dapple Productions or to the RSL Twitter and join their Discord server as well. Other links are in the Dapple Production server. But where can we find me on the internet, you ask? Because that's, I think, the question you wanted to ask me.
Yes, but also you go and carry the whole Rising Squid LAN sign-ups and all that.
Yes, please sign up. Okay, I worked hard. Anyway, where you can find me is at Twitter at @casterhead. Well, I'll be posting all kinds of random stuff. You can also find me on Instagram at the same tag or _DaveV_ where I post more of my real life stuff. Then where can we find you, Manic?
Oh, well, you can find me on Twitter at Manic Fluffy Cat. All
That's
one word,
tag.
of course. The only way of doing things without any underscores. And on Twitch as Manic Splats. I stream sometimes, not recently, but I don't know, might be planning soon.
Ooh, interesting. But before we go off, there's still a very important person working in the background. Majora, where on the internet can people find you? That's the real question.
Yeah.
People can find me basically on Twitter at Majora0503. Yeah, that's it. I'm not streaming anymore on Twitch because I don't have the time as I'm streaming for Dapple so much.
You are the Dapple Productions.
Just stream Dapple on your own channel.
Oh, like a behind the scenes.
That'll be funny. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But I think
Well, thank
that
you all
does-
so much for joining us. You'll find us next time. When again? In Wednesday?
I think
Wednesdays.
Wednesday paddling pools. I don't know exactly what the entire schedule is. The production. I didn't look at the
Well,
schedule.
pretty much
but,
Wednesdays
Saturday
and
Squid Junction,
Fridays.
is it?
Oh,
I think so.
for
Yeah.
Saturdays. Oh, I thought it was Friday for some reason.
No,
Or is
Friday,
that Friday
but that was last week. So
Ah, right,
It's
right.
every other week.
Ah, okay, gotcha. So next week, try and come on Friday.
Next week, yeah.
Very nice.
Anyway, thanks you so much everyone for watching. We'll be here again next week. You can catch more Dapple stuff on next Saturday's Squid Junction. Everyone that is streaming on the mic tonight, Pat J, Zari, Manic, me, and of course Major being the MVP of streaming the whole thing. Thank you all the team for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for watching. And don't go because we'll be hosting our favorite speedrunner, I believe.
Yep, we're gonna hosting Loncho. Have fun.
Have fun. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.